Hello, my name is METİN Arıdaşır. This is 318th part of explanation of my theory. According to my theory and my formulas, transformation of observable universes into zero gravity dark universes at the highest energy levels in the meta-sensation perception matter. Imagine suddenly all the birds in the whole sky land on trees. Imagine suddenly all the free electrons in our whole universes bonded to the atoms, to the protons. When all the birds land on trees, gravity, electric repulsion, attraction, heat and light will not disappear. But when all the free electron motion forms are bonded to the atoms, gravity, electric repulsion, attraction, heat and light disappear completely. Because in the universe, there are no masses and electric charges that can interact without touching each other. Because it is not possible for mass to bend a fictitious mathematical plane such as space-time that is not a fact, not a thing. That such as interaction mechanism has not been demonstrated. Because, and in accordance with this truth, gravity, electric attraction, repulsion, heat and temperature and light arise when electrons and atoms that are far apart interact only through free electron motion forms, consecutive, successive waves. Attraction, connection, each line point force as the wavelength number increases, drops, decreases, energy, mass, etc. But each point of waves of free electron motion forms tangential velocity for the first 6.28 times greater than speed of light, for second multiplied by 2 this tangential speed, for third multiplied by 3, etc. This is repulsion. Same. This is only single electron motion form. Now, without producing and propagating successive waves. Speed of light component, linear velocity component, tangential velocity component, okay? And if this electron motion form is in motion, here angular momentum or Planck's constant changes, speed of light, point speed of light changes, wavelength changes, and this is n square. And for tangential velocity component, I put forth another formula, but not here. You can see previous videos that I made. Okay. Yes. Okay. I will go on now. I will go on now. Yes. because and in accordance with this truth, gravity, electric attraction, repulsion, heat and temperature and light arise when electrons and atoms that are far apart interact only through free electron motion forms, consecutive waves. Because these waves are the unique source of the inverse square law. For instance, for each wave, this is point force of a wave formula that I put forth. Here is the inverse square law hidden. It is hidden, yes. Yes, because these waves are the unique sole source of the inverse square law, which is the basis of all attraction, repulsion, gravity, energy decreasing of light as the distance increasing phenomena. If there are no consecutive electron waves, there is no inverse square law. Imagine suddenly all the free electron motion forms in our whole universe is bonded to the protons, atoms. All proton-bound electron motion forms energy levels will suddenly drop to their ground state energy levels because transition between the energy levels of proton-bound electrons occur only as a result of the interaction of proton-bound electron and free electron motion forms successive consecutive waves, as I told you before. When these effects of free electron motion forms waves, when these effects of free electron motion forms, which cannot emit successive waves by bonding to atoms, disappear, all proton-bound electron motion forms shrink to their initial wavelengths and ground state energies. Remember, all electron motion forms have adiabatic inner medians, and they are not point-like particles. They have 3 dimensions, and they are intrinsic motion forms of meta-sensation perception matter. Yes, when these effects of free electron motion forms, which cannot emit successive waves by bonding to atoms, disappear. Yes, these effects disappear when free electron motion forms bound to atoms. All proton-bound electron motion forms shrink to their initial wavelengths and ground state energies. While doing this, all proton-bound electrons will all suddenly produce and push out their last single wave pulses, spherical, and our observable universe will be silent and dark after a chain of large and small explosions. But it won't stop. On the contrary, it will continue to cycle at its greatest energy levels. It will continue to cycle at its total ground state energy level, and its first cycle, it cannot produce while bounding to proton or atom, an electron motion form cannot produce and propagate consecutive waves. It will continue to cycle at its total ground state energy levels. It will continue to cycle at its total ground state energy level because ground state energy level for each proton-bound electron is the highest, contrary to accepted physics theories, the highest and initial energy level in an atom. Ground state energy of an electron is highest energy level in an atom. When each proton-bound electron motion form shrinks, the single light pulse produced by each proton-bound electron motion form will expand to infinity as a single light wave sphere, leaving the remaining atoms in the darkness behind. Have a good afternoon. See you later.